food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my darling sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
Good morning, cats, kittens, pups, and pooches. Welcome to the Deadbeat Club, where we talk about absolutely nothing of any freaking importance whatsoever. Well, it might be important, but who gives a shit? Yeah, I'm cranky. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, James. Oh, I got a dilemma over here at the Deadbeat Club. Maybe somebody can help me with it. I don't know. I'm not sure if I sent one of the prizes for the Jumpin' June gift away out or not, because I cannot remember who won the sticker pack. And I can't find the sticker pack, so it looks like I sent it out, but I do not recall if I did or not. So if anybody knows who won the sticker pack, and can let me know, I'd appreciate it. I don't really have time right now to go back and watch that entire hour plus video looking for that info. Anyway, I can't find it, so maybe I mailed it out. I have no clue. Things have been a little crazy here in the Deadbeat Club clubhouse. All right, now I can't get my comments to come up. There they are. Good morning, Paula. Morning, Package Total. Archaeology, Mikey. We know who all the deadbeats are. Scrambled eggs and sausage and toast for breakfast. That sounds pretty good, Mikey. I just had the toast and part of a glass of milk. Good morning, Donnie Wayne. Well, as y'all know, I'm not doing my regularly scheduled programs right now. I just got too much other stuff going on. One of the things being I'm having some problems with the rhythm of my heart. Of course, when people reach into your chest and try to rip your heart out, that probably has some effect on that. But anyway, no, I suffer from, ever since I had this pulmonary embolism thing last year, I've been having what they call AFib, and it's been a little crazy, to where your heartbeat gets out of kilter, it starts going real fast. They were telling me for a while that I was just having anxiety attacks, and anxiety does trigger AFib, but it's not the same thing. Ooh, 6-hour drive. Well, I'm not on the road, and I won't be for a while, because my car went kapooey the other day. And I went down to the bank to deposit some change and pick up some blank checks so I could pay my rent. And right before I got to the bank, like maybe a block, I heard this big bam. And my first thought was, that sounds like the radiator hose just blew off my car, and steam started coming out. And so I pulled in the bank, went ahead and went in and did my business before they closed, and came out and then it started pouring rain, and I mean pouring rain, not just sprinkling. I mean, like you can't see out the windshield, kind of pouring rain. But anyway, I had the wrecker from my insurance came and brought the car back to the house, but the guy, I don't know what this wrecker driver was thinking. I couldn't have him put it in my regular space because there just wasn't any room for him to get it in there. So I showed him where the visitor parking was and said, can you put it back there? Well, I thought he would put it in a space back there, but no. He parks my car catty-cornered across 2 spaces and leaves it there. So I'm like, okay, yeah, my landlord's going to have a hissy fit about that, and they're probably going to tow my car off. So I'm going to have to get that straightened around. So I figured, okay, I can start it long enough to straighten it in the space. Nope. I don't know exactly what he did, but my car was jammed in park and the battery was dead. So this wonderful young man from down the road came over, and we in the meantime I was able to get it out of the park, but we got it pushed into a space, and Will looked at it and he said, yeah, you got a radiator hose. He said, but the bottom of the radiator's blown out too, where the hose connects. It cracked all the way around there. Y'all know I have no money, so my brother, some of you have seen him occasionally pop into the club here, and he gave me the money to order the radiator. I'm still gonna have to come up with the money for the coolant and the hoses, and the young man who's gonna fix it for me said he doesn't want to be paid, but he's a single father, so I think he should be paid. But anyway, so now I got no vehicle. Good morning, Miss Maniac. Good morning, Mike Wolf. So anyway, so for the moment I have no car, and I'm kind of wishing when I had been at the bank I had gone ahead and gotten a box of pennies, because now I'm stuck here. Got nothing to do. Well, I got things to do. I got coins we're gonna be sorting through. I'm still working on clearing my desk. But there are some things I want to address here at the Deadbeat Club. I want to clear a couple of things up, and I have been cautioned, oh, you shouldn't discuss your personal things online, and I have been blah blah blah. But I'm gonna do this one anyway, because this one has caused some problems, and I just want to clear the air on this. I got called out the other day, and this was part of why I had my little blow up, among several other things, not the least of which was that I had just found out that a friend up in Michigan had passed away. But I got called out over something that I don't think I was fairly called out for, because where it started, the people were operating on false information. And here's the deal, because most people that are in here are regulars on my channel, and I'm fairly generous on giveaways, giftaways, whatever you want to call them. But since I got sick last year, I really, I ended up selling a good chunk of my collection to pay for the last time my car broke down and to pay some bills and yada, yada, yada. Well, here's what I got called out for. I have this thing here on the channel where I was asking for Patreon sponsors at $2.96 a month. It's the poorer than dirt level, where basically you give up a cup of coffee for a month, for the month, and send that $2.97 over to help pay channel expenses. Now, what are channel expenses? Mailing envelopes, postage, gift away items, StreamYard, because I was going over the 18-hour limit, so I had to pay for StreamYard. And so those are, those are channel expenses. So is internet, technically, but I'm not even counting that one. So those things add up, and I'm on what I euphemistically refer to as social insecurity. My monthly income is a little over $800 a month, that out of which I have to pay all my bills, some of my medicine, my car insurance, all that stuff, transportation for things that I can't drive my car to, because I don't drive my car to when I have to go to these 150-mile away things. But that being said, that doesn't leave a lot of money for putting it to the channel. So I have some Patreon sponsors. Now, one of those sponsors has been sponsoring my channel since my first live stream. And she sends me $20 a month, out of which I think I get 17 of it, something like that. Anyway, I have 4 sponsors, and the total amount of money I get from that each month right now is $26 and change. Well, I don't have money to go buy giveaway items. So here's what has been happening, and here's where I got in trouble. I was called out because someone said I should not be asking for donations if I am making donations on someone else's channel. And where that came from is the last couple of months, I made a $20 donation on Handy Andy 736's channel. That donation went for some $50 rolls. Now, on Andy's channel, whether you get anything in your rolls or not, you get prize pulls from his box of broken hearts. You get 4 pulls for each roll you sponsor. So for that $20, I get 16 pulls. Now, here's the thing, folks. Yes, I am making a donation to his channel, but it's not coming out of my money. It's coming from the lady that gives me the $20 a month to invest in the channel. Now, here's what happens. I get the 16 pulls from his container of broken hearts. And what do I do with those? What do I do with them? Sometimes supposedly somehow rolling in this money. That money, which is being donated to invest in the channel, is being invested in the channel, because you see these all these little coins here in these little 2x2B tubies. Let me put the right camera on so you can see what I'm talking about. I have a little box here. Oops. Come on. There we go. See this box? This is my giveaway box. And it is just full of things. See all this lovely handwriting on here? These are out of Handy Andy's, most of them are out of Handy Andy's box of broken hearts. So what I'm doing is I am donating the $20 that my Patreon sponsor invests in the channel every month over on Handy Andy's and refurbishing the box of giveaway items so that I have something to give away to you. So what that $20 is doing, it's not coming out of my pocket, it's coming out of hers. It's actually supporting two channels. It is supporting my channel by allowing me to have these things to give away to you, and it is supporting Handy Andy's channel by allowing him to be able to provide roles for us to do that with. So I am not asking for money and then giving it away for nothing. That money that goes in the Patreon account is being used to replenish the giveaways that I give to act. Hope I'm back. I'm having technical problems here. This is a mess. My screen is like totally screwed up here. I can't change cameras. There we go. I think this music is overloading the system, so let me try and turn that off. See if that'll fix things up here. It was an experiment. They have given us music options in in StreamYard, and I think that might be causing my computer to overload. So I'll turn that off. But well, I just wanted to make that clear because I'm tired of people accusing me of mismanaging money. It stresses me out, and when I get stressed out, then it irritates my heart problem, and it irritates another issue I have, which is anxiety disorder. And I just think it's a bunch of BS, and I'm tired of it. I am not mismanaging money on the channel. I'm actually investing the money that comes in through Patreon so that I can give you guys better stuff. I am so over it, you know. uh I am just really tired of. Yeah, they've started a new music option where you can upload your own music in StreamYard now. Instead of just playing the ones that they give you, you can actually upload your own. And so I uploaded a couple and was using them, but it seems like it's really pushed my poor old computer didn't like it. So uh I may have to do some maintenance on the computer. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to make that clear that when you see me once a month over on Handy Andy's channel and I put $20 in, I get at least 16 coins back from him. And other than an occasional coin, I'm going to say 95% of what I get from him goes right back into the giveaway pot. And you guys are the ones that benefit from it because that is what I give away in my channel. Because I don't have the means to go out and buy a bunch of stuff to give away. I just don't. So the polls are going back in to the channel, and you will see just about every time I have a giveaway, I'll say, yeah, I got this from Handy Andy 736. His channel is also not monetized. So I'm helping his channel and my channel. So yeah, once in a while I will keep one, but 99% of the time, the coins that I get out of there are something I already have in my collection. So I just make a package, add them to a package that I'm giving away, and somebody who needs them ends up with them. And if they don't need them, they just pass them on to somebody else until they end up in the hands of somebody that does need those coins. So I want to make that really clear to whoever decided that I was just taking your money and going out there and wasting it. That is not what is happening with that money. And that money, that $20 a month, has been being donated to my channel by a lady in Texas since probably week 2 of my channel. And she doesn't even come in here. She's a lady that I turned on to metal detecting that is part of one of my music ventures. Has nothing to do with the coins or the detecting channel in any way. She just believes in what I'm doing and makes that $20 a month Patreon donation. And I use it to support this channel and another one. And I'm just livid that I'm still being harassed about money. I've got people that say I stole the money that was raised for me to move to Michigan because I didn't move. Well, I didn't move because I had a pulmonary embolism. That money is still sitting in place, waiting for me to find a place I can afford to live in. But when I had the embolism, I went all the way back to the bottom of the list because I was 3 days away from moving. Well, then I ended up all the way back at the bottom of the waiting list for the low-income housing. And right now, it's not moving because people are not giving those apartments up as they used to. People used to give them up and go to assisted living or other things, but now people are afraid to give those low rent housing apartments up, because then if something happens and things don't work out for them at the assisted living, they got to go back to the bottom of the list, and the list is 18 months to 2 years waiting list. I've been on now for a year and I'm still looking at 18 months, unless I just happen to luck out and find an apartment in another area. But that money, I can't even touch. I can't touch it to fix my car. That money is locked down with a second person as a co-signer who has to approve the expenditures. So, I'm tired of people accusing me of taking money. That money is still sitting where it was. In fact, I've added to it because it a year ago would have paid for the move. Now it won't. It won't, because prices, rent have gone up, gas has gone up, moving company fees have gone up, truck rentals have gone, everything's gone up. So the money that was originally raised, which was $1,500, that's not even close to what I have to have. I added some more to it, so there's more than that in there. I added what I got from selling some of my coin collection and that kind of thing. But honey, I'm so tight with money that when I open my wallet, it squeaks and moths fly out. So it really, really pisses me off when I get accused of misappropriating $2.96. Are you freaking kidding me, people? Now, why am I going into all this? I'm going into all this. Let me see. Mikey, can you start posting some of these people's links, please? There's Mark Thomas. He's pretty good about getting people's links up there. Marky, can you help these folks out? They're trying to get the links to the other people in the channel so they can go over and drop a little friendly pollen. So I'd appreciate it. Anyway, why am I telling you all this about money? And here is why. Because I'm going to have my brother paid for the radiator for my car. But I still got to get the hoses. I got to get 3 or 4 of the big containers of the coolant, and I'd like to have some money to pay the young man that's fixing the car. Uh, so, I was supposed to be going this weekend to the local farmers market, which is under new management, to sell some of my handcrafted jewelry items. But since the car is pooped out, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So to that end, I'm going to be posting some of my jewelry items on one of my other channels, the Oh Susie Q Jewelry and Decor. And they're just going to be buy it nows. There'll be, a photograph and a price, and the first person that says, yeah, the radiator hose blew off and it broke the bottom of the radiator where the hose goes to it, the pressure cracked all around there. So my brother ordered me a new radiator. Yep. I'm not putting a lot of money in this car because it's got 245,000 miles on it. I'm just patching it back together so I can get around locally. The little town that I live in does not have Uber. We do not have Lyft. We do not have a taxi company. We have a little shuttle bus, but it only runs from 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, which means if I have a 2 o'clock doctor's appointment, I would not be able to get home from it. So I have to have my car to get around locally. And then I have other transportation through my health insurance and a local church that help me with the long distance trips. Yeah, we'll see. That's the situation I'm in. I was actually stuck down at the bank when it happened. They would tow my car home, but because of COVID, they wouldn't let me ride in the wrecker. So I had to call one of my nursing staff and have her come down to the bank and pick me up. That was pretty embarrassing, but I got home. So anyway, I've got to raise the money to buy the other things that it's going to take to fix the car when the radiator gets here. So in the next 2 or 3 days, yeah, I do get the medical transportation for some of the trips. The long trips when I have to go to Roanoke, which are like 125 miles away one way. I get medical transportation for those, but they only pay the first 60 miles. So I have to pay a balance on that. There is a local church that provides me with transportation sometimes, but they are horribly overbooked. So sometimes I just have to pay it out of pocket. I gotta go. And my car, I'm not gonna try making those 300-mile drives. And I can't really see well enough to do that, driving through the mountains and all that. I can drive around here locally, up to the grocery and that kind of thing. But, until they can do better with my eyesight, I just have to deal with what I got to deal with, which is part of why I've been trying to get moved back to Michigan, where I would not be having this problem getting to my medical care. So anyway, in the next couple of days, I'm going to be posting some stuff over on my other channel, and I saw somebody post the link to it. But anyway, I'm just letting you know, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to clear that money thing up, because that's just not the truth. those roles are being paid for by a channel sponsor. They're not coming out of Susie's personal income. So anyway, that's that deal. I absolutely cannot stand where I live. I never planned to live here. I came here on my way to Michigan to drop some things off with family members and the things that belong to my mom and stuff. And I was going to be here maybe a couple of months in the cabin, and then first thing that happened was I slipped and fell and cracked a bunch of ribs, and things just kept getting worse and worse. And before I could get out of here, I had a pulmonary embolism and almost died. And my health is just now getting back to where I could. I mean, I could move right now, but I don't have the place to move to. I did find out about another place yesterday, and I have contacted them. I'm basically looking all over Michigan at this point, not just the part that I wanted to live in. Just hoping, if I can find something and get up there, then at least I can look. After I get there, I can look for something more in the area I want to be. But right now, the big issue is I got to fix my car so I can do things like go to the grocery. Well, what I have, Bill, is similar to Section 8. It's not Section 8. It's through USDA for seniors, but it works the same way, where I pay 30% of my income. The problem is I'm on waiting lists, not to be approved for that, but to get into an apartment that takes it. And nobody's moving because with the rent prices going up, nobody wants to chance not being able to get back on that list. So I've been on, I'm approved. I'm approved for the money. I'm not approved for an apartment. There's no available apartments in any of the ones that I have applied to so far. So that's where I'm at. It's not that I'm not approved for the rental assistance. It's that I can't find an apartment available that is taking the rental assistance. I am on waiting lists that run 18 months to 2 years from now. I'll be right back, folks. I gotta grab a drink. My throat's starting to sound like Kermit. Be right with you. All right, I'm back. Let me some tea. Well, that's part of the issue. Some of the ones that, about the only ones that are available, are not in very good areas. Actually, I'm looking outside of where I needed to be, just trying to get something, but I'm not going to move into an area where I'm going to end up getting mugged or worse. So, but heck, even those aren't coming up. I mean, nobody can get in. Because the original plan was I was going to get a motorhome. And I was just a couple of days from going to pick that motorhome up when I had the pulmonary embolism. So I lost that motorhome. And now, because of how my health condition has changed, my family does not want me to be in a motorhome because I probably can't maintain it, in their opinion. So, but yeah, I can't make a vacancy happen. All I can do is keep applying to more and more apartment complexes that are in that program. Yeah, the gas prices, when we did the collection, and here's the irony, the people that did the collection have never ever said a single word about any sort of mismanagement of funds. They know where the money is. They've never made any such accusations. So, but anyway, when that collection was, fundraiser was done, gas was 2 something a gallon, and the rent on the assisted rental units would have run me about what it does here, which is $200 a month, which is basically 30% of my income. But now, even though the rent prices are locked in, the utility prices and stuff are not. So it's a lot more to, plus renting the truck, getting my things moved is going to cost more. Everything's going to cost more, and there's nothing I can do about it. But my immediate thing right now is that I need to get my car fixed, because I do have to be able to go pick up prescriptions. I have to be able to get my mail. I have to be able to go to the bank and the grocery, and occasionally the emergency room and some other local things. Hi, Mo. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify that deal about where the Patreon money goes, because I didn't really appreciate being called out that way. Like I said, the lady that there's one lady that donates $20 a month, and it's her $20 that is going over there to Handy Andy's. And like I said, for $20, he searches 4 rolls, and I've never gotten anything back from the rolls. But oh wait, I got this time I got a $50 that was painted pink, but it has no value collecting wise. But I do get a minimum of 16 coins back for that $20, and those 16 coins end up for the most part, in my giveaway box, like I showed you, and any of you who have won prizes from me have probably gotten one of them with Handy Andy's handwriting on them. One night I had a real good pull and I ended up with 22 instead of 16 because I got 5 bonus pulls and one of them had more than 1 coin in it. But, you know, that money's going to support the channel. It's not going to support me. So there you go. I just wanted to make that perfectly clear because it really is upsetting to me when I spend money I don't even have trying to support my channel. And truthfully, if we're going to talk about money, I'm going to say this too, since I've already pissed off half the universe this week. Here's another thing I don't get. Maybe y'all can explain this one to me, because I'm just an old lady, and I guess I just don't get it. But why is it people seem to have no problem dropping $10, $20 super chat stickers in channels that are monetized? Now, bear in mind, you have to be monetized to even get those benefits. And they don't have any problem becoming members of those channels, which also costs money per month. But they have a problem supporting channels that are not monetized for like $5 a month. Can someone please explain to me why that happens? There are some really good channels out that are not monetized. Handy Andy's is one of them. I'm not going to say mine is or is not, but I just don't understand that. I would much rather, if I were in the position to be making those kind of donations, I'd much rather be supporting somebody that's working their butt off trying to get monetized than to give my money to somebody that's already monetized and being paid by YouTube. So, yeah, I don't understand the logic. You know, somebody told me, well, they do it because that way they get their name out there. You know, they get recognized. Well, believe me, when people donate money to my channel, they usually get recognized. That's why I started the Patreon only drawings, so that the people that are donating their $2.96 a month or whatever amount are getting recognized. And in case for those of you who missed it, the June Patreon drawing was won by Mark Thomas. And your package went out yesterday, Mark, by the way. So, and it's probably got some Handy Andy coins in it too. So anyway, that's what I wanted to clear the air on, was that where that Patreon money is going and how I have money to donate to Handy Andy. Yeah, I also like the smaller channels because, especially with my eyesight being what it is, I have a little bit of a time following a really, really fast live stream. And like yesterday, I was about to lose my mind. Y'all know where I was yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Some of you guys are from over there, and I know you're from over there because you use the word pollinate, but I have a hard time in their channel keeping up because it just goes so fast. But they are part of my Michigan loop. So I try to I try to follow what's going on in there, but that is one crazy channel and it's not small. But they do let everybody go in there and promote their little channels and try and help us get big. Yeah, Mark, see, that's my theory is the people that donate like that, they want their 15 minutes of fame. So they see their name up there for a few minutes. The problem with that is, though, you know, if they would help support the smaller channels, they'd probably get their name up more often. And like a while back, I think it was Christmas when I gave away all of the 12 days of Christmas and the Epiphany thing. And the one thing that I asked people to do was when they got their package, would they please do a mail call or a shout out? And that would A, give me a little publicity, and B, let me know they got what they were supposed to get. I think out of 20 different people or so that won prizes, one person actually did that. I spent, I'm going to say I gave away about $1,000 worth of stuff. And it was over $300 to mail. And that's never going to happen again. That's just not ever going to happen again. Because I felt very used by some of those people. They come to my channel once a year, and that's at Christmas time, to get some free gifts, and then I never see them again until the next Christmas. So, but anyway, that's the deal about why I wanted to talk about money at the Deadbeat Club today, because yep, I'm going to be having to ask for money, but I am asking for money by selling merchandise. And if you don't like the merchandise, you don't have to buy it, but I will let y'all know when I get it posted, and you can decide if you are interested in it or not. My stuff is reasonably priced, and I've got a couple of people that buy things from me fairly often in my jewelry thing. Yes, you did, Package Total. I said, maybe one or two people acknowledged, but there were a bunch that didn't. And yet I see them all the time doing shout out videos for other people. And I'm like, okay, there's a line in the movie Pretty in Pink where John Cryer's character is in the music store, and the girls don't really want to have anything to do with him. And he raises his arm and he's sniffing his armpit, and he's like, doth I offend? And that's kind of the way it made me feel, like I offended somebody, like the packages smelled bad or something. I don't know. I can't remember. There's something on this coin I'm supposed to be looking for. But anyway, What we got here? Oh, it's the bats. Little bats. I've just got some quarters here I got to look at for boo-boos so I can cash them in. That's what I was doing the other day. I was cashing in when I went to the bank and my car broke down. I was taking back some more rolled coins. So got a lot of stuff I got to pay for. But anyway, since I can't go to the farmer's market, I'm going to be posting some stuff on my other channel. And, Mikey's mom is one of my jewelry customers. Sir Benji is one of my jewelry customers. He buys things for his daughters and granddaughters through my channel. So if you need a reference of some kind, those people can tell you what happens. My things are just, for the most part, costume jewelry. They're not expensive, but I have a lot of animal related things, cats and dogs and unicorns and Pegasus and horses, and that kind of stuff. And then I have Mexican Day of the Dead jewelry. I have pearls. I have all kinds of stuff. But I'm just going to start posting some this week because I can't get to the farmer's market. I'm stuck at home. My radiator is not going to be here until around the 12th, which means I also can't go metal detecting. I'm not happy about that. So it happens. It with a couple of letters in front of it happens. But anyway, that's what I wanted to discuss. And I wanted to apologize for my little meltdown the other day, but I was just I am completely overloaded with doctors who don't want to be honest with me. Oh, and then I found out from a different doctor that the one that I went to told me I would have to go off my Enbrel and be on this other medication for the rest of my life. And then a second doctor said, no, that's not true. Couldn't understand why I was so upset. And when I let them know why I was so upset. So now I got two doctors fighting with each other and trying to get third opinions and fourth opinions. So in the meantime, I am like stressed out to the max. And then I get word that one of my friends in Michigan has passed away. And I hadn't even had time to process that. And then my doctor, my primary care, had been here like 10 minutes before I went on the air, because yes, I do have a primary care that makes house calls. She's absolutely amazing. And some of the news that I got from her was not good. And then everybody starts telling me what I should and should not do with my shows. And basically I just said, hey, you know what? F it, I'm just not going to do them. How about that? How about I just walk away from it for a while, because I'm tired of everybody, especially people that aren't even in my channel, being critical. Maybe they should come over here and find out what I actually do in my channel, like you guys do. I mean, I got 10 people in here right now for an unscheduled show. That's more people than I was even getting in my metal detecting show, which used to have 50, 60 people in it every night. And interestingly enough, another channel jumped right into my time slot. I mean, it's like, man, I felt like somebody jumping into my grave. I mean, you know, let the ink dry, people. Seriously. Let me reach around and pull that knife out of my back, okay? Yeah. So anyway, and one of my friends tells me, oh, you shouldn't talk about your personal stuff, blah, blah, blah. You need to take that post down. You need to take this down. You need to do that. And I love her dearly, but if I hold that kind of stuff in, it aggravates my health conditions. I'm one of those people, I just need to get it out. I need to get stuff out in the open and let people work with the actual facts. Like on that money thing. Rest assured, people, I am trying everything I possibly can in my power. Who's on Eloquist? I am, Bill. I'm on Eloquist and steroids at the same time, and it makes me a little hard to get along with. But yeah, you want to, I'll show you some Eloquist. This is one of the things you get, folks, when you're on blood thinners. Your skin gets very, very thin. I have a wound on my arm that we've been trying to get to heal up for so long that I could have had a baby in the time that I have been trying to get this one wound to heal up. I can't switch. It won't let me. Let me switch here. I'm going to show you. This is kind of gross, folks. But see all this, all these bruises and all that on my arm? That is from being on blood thinners. All the band-aids and bandages that you see are because my skin is so thin that if I bump it, I have a wound and I start bleeding like a stuck pig. So yeah, Eloquist is not fun. So anybody that's on it, I feel your grief, because it is a sucky drug. Well, see, I have to take 5 milligrams twice a day, plus steroids on top of it. It's not good. Somebody tried to mangle old George's neck there a little bit. Boy, I got a lot of bats in here. I can't believe all these bats. Yeah, I'm just trying to clear these things off my desk. I got some nickels I got to look at later. I don't really know a lot about errors on nickels, so I'm going to have to break the book out and study up on that one. That's why they've been sitting here for so long. I got a box of nickels once. Yeah, I think they've got me on an awful lot of it, Bill. But, oh, these have already been checked for the W's. It's the combination of the high dose of Eliquis and the steroids that cause all of this mess that I have. And that's one of the things my primary is going to discuss with my cardiologist and my pulmonologist, is reducing my dosage. to see if we can get some of this other stuff under control. It's not good to be on this much. And like I said, I've got this one wound on my arm. It just does not want to heal up. All the other ones heal up pretty fast, but that one, it's going into almost a year now, and it doesn't want to go away. Yeah, I think I'm taking 5 twice a day, and I think that's way too much. So that's something where else we're trying to deal with. I think I would feel better. I mean, it's like I just barely touch something and I'm like the old faithful geyser in red. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these have been checked for W's, but I'm looking at them again. I know I've already checked these to see if I need them in my book. But anyway, I'm going to stay on until I'm done looking at all these, and then I got to start taking the photos of the jewelry. Try to get that up this week, and Got to go take my medicine out of the refrigerator because it's Friday, and I gotta shoot myself now before you go all panicking and people go running saying, "Oh my God, she's gonna kill herself." I gotta shoot myself with some medicine, but it's got to get to room temperature first, or it'll burn like a bear. It's the one that I am not willing to give up, because it actually controls 4 different ailments that I have. So, my goodness, where did all these bats come from? Oh my goodness, bats in the belfry, folks. Goodness gracious. Yeah, well, that's about what almost killed me. Apparently, I had a blood clot in my leg, and I had been to the ER a couple of times about it, and they were just writing it off as, leg cramps and yada yada. Well, the blood clot broke loose and went through my system and got in my lung right next to my heart, and I was pretty close to dead. I spent 15 lovely days in Roanoke, Virginia, in their intensive care unit up there. And now, a couple of days before that happened, I had gone in with chest pains and so forth, and they told me I was having an anxiety attack. That's not quite what I was having. Dang near killed me. By the time I got out of there, I had lost all my hair, except for my bangs in the front. And I had to learn how to walk all over again. It was, I'm just now getting strong enough in the last 2 months or so where I've been able to go out and make some short metal detecting trips, and also as a result of all this, I fell and damaged my eye, and so now I'm going through this weird mess with my eye. I've got a new autoimmune disorder called IgG4 that's growing inflammatory tissue in my eye socket and my brain behind my eye. And there's only pretty much 3 places in the United States that do any real research on IgG4. One of them is University of Michigan, who analyzed my brain biopsy, and part of why I'm trying to get back to Michigan. The other 2 are Massachusetts General and the Mayo Clinic. It's a very rare disorder, and because it's rare, it's what they refer to as an orphan disease, which means that the pharmaceutical companies don't want to invest in it because there's no money for them to make on people like me. So they don't really care, you know. So I now have a total of 11 different autoimmune disorders. One of my doctors refers to me as her alien patient. I'm a rare species, folks. So, yeah. I got about 6 more quarters here. And we still got the nickel box and the penny box. All kinds of boxes of stuff. Cashing in everything that I don't need. I took my copper back. I was saving it, but I decided it needed to go. No leaky bucket, no snow on the roof. That's too bad. So, anyway, I do apologize to those who were in the room when I melted down the other day, but it just got to be too much. There were too many things that had jammed up on me that in that past 2 or 3 days, from the Thursday prior to that show until that time. I can't even begin to tell you how many things went wrong in my life. And then the next day, my car blew up. So, yeah. All right, last quarter. Ooh, this one's nice and shiny. Too bad I don't see anything I need on it, but well, that takes care of those. Oh, let's see what these quarters are. There's a couple lying around over here. Don't know what they are. Probably floor quarters. Teddy Roosevelt, one of my brother's heroes. And buddy buddies. Effigy Mound. I have never been there, and I'm from Iowa originally. Have to put that on my list of places to go. Well, here's another quarter. Let's see what this is. Colorado. Colorado. All right, well, I got a new pile of quarters. So let's see what's in this tube. I think these are 2022s in here. Yep. 2022s. I guess I need to study on what the errors on these are. This one's already damaged. That one came from the car wash. These are car wash quarters here. There's another. And this is probably the same. Oh, this is Sally. This is a Sally ride. Now, I know of one error for sure on the Sally ride. All right, package. Thank you for popping in and hanging out with us. And you be careful out there. be safe and all that good stuff. Okay, so put those back in that tube. We know what those are. I need to put a label on that so I know what's in there. Stick a little sticker on there. Sometime today, the guy from the food bank is supposed to come and bring me a box of food. I'm pinching pennies every way I can. Like I said, I am such a tightwad. I don't waste money. I think that's why it bothers me so much when I get accused of something like that. I don't know why I would have 75D. This must be a floor penny. All right, let's throw that in the pile. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw these. I spent $2 on an auction. One of these is for me. One of them's something I bought to give away. But I spent a whole $2 bill for these two items on spray cans thing. Oh, how horrible of me that I dared to spend $2 to try to get something to share with folks. Let me show you what I got for my $2. I want my $2. Anybody know what movie that's from? Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay, I paid $1 for this. And this is a set of 1945 steel pennies. It has an S, a P, and a D mint. I got that for $1. Thought that might be a nice little prize. They are Beautimous. And I got this. I don't know that it's worth what it says on here, but I got a, come on, this is on in here. A 1904 Indian head, which looks pretty good. Let me put it under the scope for you. But yeah, I spent $2. I actually sent him a $2 bill in payment since I had won a $2 bill. That way he could either keep the $2 bill or give it away as a prize. Let's see, that's the kind of thing I do to get stuff for my channel. $2. That wasn't even the full donation for one of the Patreon $2.96 thing. So, but that was a pretty nice looking coin, and people were napping. So I paid $1 for it. What do you think? Did I get a good deal? I think I did. I think that's pretty good. Yep, Better Off Dead, Mark. That is the correct movie. That's also the movie that has the politically incorrect line now, where the guy falls and he lands in the dumpster, and the garbage guys are coming along, and there's these two black garbage collectors, and they look at each other, and the one sees the white kid in the dumpster and says, "Now look at that, somebody threw away a perfectly good white boy." Now, you'd not get away with that line in a movie now, but back then it was okay, and that it was actually funny. But anyway, so there's what I got for my $1. Yeah, threw away a perfectly good white boy. I'm trying to remember who that was in that movie. Was it John Cusack that was the white boy? I don't remember. But yeah, but the $2 thing was the newspaper kid chasing him everywhere. The kid was on his bicycle. I want my $2, and he chases him down the ski slope. And yeah, it was something. That was a funny movie. So anyway, if I don't need that 2004 in my book, yeah, that's who I thought it was, John Cusack. They all kind of looked alike. Charlie Sheen, John Cusack, Judd Nelson. They all kind of had that same. John Cryer, that's another one. They all kind of had that same look back in that time. But, yeah, that was a funny movie. All right, well, anyway, I may come back on later to do some nickels. I'm not sure. Looks like we're going to get some rain. And I'm going to take some things out and put them in my car. Oh, yeah, when they were the garbage bin. Yeah. Even though my car is not going to go anywhere, I got some things I need to take to the storage. So just to get them out of my way, I'm going to take them out and put them in my car. Because I need to clear my table off so that I can photograph the jewelry. And I'll let y'all know when I start getting it posted. I added it up last night, and it's going to cost me probably another $150 for the hoses and the coolant and money for the kid that's putting the radiator in for me. I call him a kid. He's not really a kid, but I'm 70, so everybody's a freaking kid, you know. But he's a very nice young man who is helping me out for way less than if I took it to a garage. And he is a mechanic, although he does not work as a mechanic anymore. And he's a single father, so I'm going to use him. He actually owns a moving company now so that he can spend more time with his son. But he has stepped up. And so anyway, I'm going to go put some stuff in my car, wait for the food guy to bring me some food, and roll up these quarters, try to figure out how I'm going to pay for things. Oh, God. I don't understand. I should have adequate money. Everybody in this country should have adequate money to do what they need. This is supposedly the richest country in the world. Why are we all struggling? Oh, my goodness. We'll make it, though. Anyway, sorry I popped a cork the other day. It happens. You know, even us old people get pissed off once in a while. All right, gang. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, well, I have little money. I give too much stuff away. Oh, now what is this box? I just found another box with quarters in it. Oh, shoot. What is this? Oh, my gosh. Oh, these are Drummer Boys and Delawares. I got to figure out what I'm looking for on them. All right, so now I got this whole box. We'll be back later to do those. And the nickel box. All right, y'all be groovy. See ya. Thanks for stopping in. Hit the like button on the way out. If you have not pollinated this planet, please do so. I'll see y'all later. Bye.